2025 regular meeting of council to order. First up on the agenda is adoption. Councillor Mullock, Councillor McLean, are there any additions or deletions? Hearing none, all in favor? It's carried. 3.1, we look to adopt the minutes of the November 25th, 2025 regular meeting of council. Councillor Blanchette, thank you. Councillor Mullock, thank you. Any errors or omissions arising? All in favor? Carried. We do have a delegation under 4.1 this evening from the Valemount Industrial Park, giving us the annual presentation to the shareholder, Mr. Andy Hubble, the VIP and VSM manager. Welcome.
Okay, thank you. I think if you direct your attention to the screens, I have some stuff coming up there. And then I'm just going to read off of my screen here, so bear with me. Okay, hi, I'm Andy Hubble from the Valemount Industrial Park and Specialty Mill. I'm the general manager there and just doing the update and forecast for the year to council. Oh. Technical.
Down on the side.
We're working on it. Yeah, no, I'm pushing the down. Yeah.
It should show the light.
I know it should. She just put new ones in. Off.
Not going on.
Well, that's not going to help me.
Can you use this?
No.
Oh, you can't.
Well, I can use that on mine. That just moves mine. This is, see, I told you I was nervous about this, and this is my nightmares all coming to you. Maybe I can just say next slide. So this slide is specialty milling in Valemount to meet local needs. The VSM has been diversifying its sales base to include one of its original ideals to support locals with high and low value products. We are committed to using our local resources to serve the community needs. Currently, we are providing high value white spruce and Douglas fir to local builders looking for superior product produced right here in the valley. On the flip side, we're also producing a mid-grade product of timbers and fencing that keep costs down for local builders doing projects in the community. On top of that, we also provide 8 full-time jobs locally and target working as much as possible with local businesses to help keep our economy moving forward. I think that's as many times as a guy can say local in a slide. We'll go to the next slide, please. Our long-term non-local sales. At the VSM, we have been working diligently to build working relationships with brokers who have access to the larger markets in Canada and worldwide. We have secured a long-term opportunity to target a low-value product from the lowest value logs currently being logged in the valley, Western Hemlock, which is being traditionally logged and sent direct to pulp mills. This generally translates into a direct loss for everyone across the board. The logging company loses on the product due to its low value. No secondary jobs were produced here, and no product was made available to the local market. We can now take a good portion of those logs and process them here, which translates currently, again, into 8 full-time jobs. Quicker turnarounds for truckers, don't have to haul low value into Prince George, and a larger profit for the logging company, along with utilizing logs for higher value products than just pulp. On top of that, we also produce white spruce for the Japanese markets and Douglas fir that goes into the USA. We briefly sold into these markets this year before tariffs put a damper on those sales. Next slide, please. Just a fancy picture of a truck loaded up, leaving the mill. We'll do another slide. This is a bit of a forecast I put together for our projections for 2026, hopefully. It's, again, bear with me, I'm new to this. It appears that we should make $150,000 on hemlock sales this year, and that's profit after wages, after log costs, after everything. The problem with this is, or not problem I should say, but the reality is making sure the log supply is there. That's going to be our limiting factor. As long as we can get the logs, it's looking pretty good this year. We'll do the next slide. Again, fancy picture of a truck, loaded up, leaving the yard. Go to the next slide, please. As the previous slide shows, there's a real world opportunity for us here. It's feasible to expect we can profit $150,000 plus this year on the hemlock market. Of course, this depends greatly on log supply. We'll need to send out 2 truckloads a week, requiring an average of 5 loads of logs a week. This is the most ambitious and aggressive we have been to date in log procurement. Purchasing and securing the hemlock market will be the next big task for the Valemount specialty mill. Next slide, please. Again, that's some clear Doug fir, some really nice product there. Just showing everyone what we have.
Good nice.
Go to the next slide.
Yeah,
That's us reloading a trailer on a truck. That's something we have the capability of doing now, which was good for us, so we can load and unload trucks and trailers and look after all that stuff in the yard. We'll go to the next slide. Challenges we're gonna have, In 2025, we had a number of challenges, including costly breakdowns that resulted in loss of orders and logging blocks not yielding the saw logs that we expected. When faced with major breakdowns, we prioritize future planning when repairing them. We are pleased with the upgrades we managed to do to our edger. We had a pretty severe edger breakdown. I know it's not clear in there. It had a catastrophic failure. It is now producing more board feet than ever with less downtime and fewer and easier saw changes. Every time something fails, we try and make it better. Other challenges come in the form of governing bodies. We have been and will continue to work with Technical Safety BC and WorkSafe BC, who have both visited the site and have been pleased with the first steps that have been taken, though improvement is needed. We'll do the next picture. Yeah, that's the rest of our dust system, which was expected to be delivered late fall of 2025, which we're cutting it pretty close to that, looking like early winter 2025, 26. On its way. Next slide, please. This is a map of the Valemount Industrial Park yard. We're not just the sawmill, we do the whole yard too. This shows the site and basically where our main leases are. Go to the next slide. The industrial park currently has several tenants, some local and some from major sectors left over from the pipeline expansion. We have, in no particular order, Cedar Valley Holdings, Strad, Glacier Stone, the Valemount Community Forest, both their scales and their office space, Trans Mountain, PepsiCo, AAA Logging, TELUS, CN has access through the yard, and SRG. We are looking to do some improvements in the next year, including more water storage for firefighting and road improvements through the park. We are pleased to be in a position to attract new and existing groups to do business in and around Valemount. We'll go to the next slide. The VIP respects and appreciates the work that council and staff put into helping us move forward in what is projected to be a strong future here in Valemount. The help we have received from the village staff and input from council members when needed has been very helpful in getting ourselves onto a better path than ever before. It is a firm belief of mine that with clear, open communication, we can and will continue to work together and see steady improvements that benefit everyone involved. I look forward to carrying this on and streamlining our communications with the village of Valemount to help guide the company on a path that everyone can understand and be confident in. I feel communication is key. That is the end of my update.
Thank you very much. Motion to receive the delegation. Councillor Mullet, Councillor Pearson, questions for the delegation? Comments? Thank you very much. I have a couple of questions because you're not nervous at all.
Answering questions will be easier than reading off of a screen. So
you're getting 5 trucks in, 2 trucks out, so about a 40% recovery on your inventory?
I wouldn't say that's recovery. What it's going to be is our main product. So when we get a load of hemlock saw logs in, not every log makes one 6x6. It'll make 6x6 and a 4x6 or a 6x6 or that kind of thing. So Our recovery is closer to 70%.
Oh, wow, okay. And then the picture didn't tell 1,000 words, but are you using like a jib on that 966?
There is we constructed a piece that gets us a
little bit more height.
The reach we need to
Nice.
get it over there, yeah. That was built by a certified fabricator welder, so.
And two more for me. Do you sharpen your saws on site or do you send them out?
We send them out, though that's part of the upgrade we did to the edger was we went to a beefier saw that we replaced the teeth in it rather than sending them out for sharpening, so it's cost effective and we can change them in the machine. So.
And then last for me, log supply is going to be a big question.
Huge question, yeah.
Obviously, the relationship with the VCF is strong. Are you looking to other markets like SRG, SPAS,
So for
trading interregional, with a Burnco or other folks?
right now, I'm dealing with, and no surprise, I imagine, the McBride Community Forest.
Yep.
They have a good understanding of what I'm after. They're in a really good block right now. And then the VCF, both the VCF and the MCFC have enough hemlock log supply that looks like it'll get us through this season. And so I'll be targeting reaching out. But the problem is trying to, as soon as you have to move hemlock further than an hour, or you're closer to a pulp mill, that's why it works here. It's because a pulp mill is 3 hours away. So that's where the cost is kept down. But so those will be, those are kind of the two I'm targeting.
Okay. That was all for me. Councillor McLean, did you have anything? Sorry.
No, I didn't. I'm glad to hear that Andy's looking at making some money off that hemlock anyway.
We all are, I think.
I think we're all happy about that. Yeah.
If there's no other questions, thank you very much, Mr. Hubble.
Okay.
Safe travels back. Let me know how the roads are.
Terrible.
Traveling tomorrow. Appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you. Have a good night.
You as well. On the delegation, any comments, discussion? All in favor of receipt? It's carried. 5.1, you have the 2026 deputy mayor appointment schedule before you. We're looking to approve. Moved by Councillor Mullock, seconded by Councillor Blanchette. Thank you. Discussion? All in favor? It's carried. 5.2, the Village of Valemount water metering request for proposal award. Looking to approve staff to negotiate contracts for the water metering installation project with number 1, Neptune Technology Group Canada Co., and number 2, Urban Systems Co. What's council's wish? Moved by Councillor Pearson, seconded by Councillor Mullock. Discussion? All in favor? It's carried. 5.3, under the water metering approaches, there's a couple recommendations here to consider. The council approved the following initial approaches to water metering installation in Valemount. Number 1, property owner refuses a water meter but wishes to have one installed later. The property owner will be responsible for all installation costs. Number 2, if the property owner refuses a water meter inside the home or business and wishes to have an outdoor or pit meter, they will be responsible for the difference in installation cost. Number 3, if the inability to install a water meter indoors is determined to be beyond the control of the property owner, the cost for an external installation will be borne by the village. And number 4, once volumetric billing is implemented, property owners without a water meter will continue to be billed at flat rates. Flat rates, however, may increase substantially more than volumetric rates. And finally, the village may also, at its discretion, require all properties to have water meters. Anybody need me to reread that?
Yeah, I wasn't listening. Can you just redo that?
Moved by, didn't see any parentheses.
You would like which?
Separate.
You're the corporate officer.
All right, so I will reread this, but not all at once. Looking for 4 resolutions rather than just one. Looking to approve the following initial approaches to water meter installation in Valemount. Number 1, if the property owner refuses a water meter but wishes to have one installed later, the property owner will be responsible for installation costs. What is council's wish? Moved by Councillor Blanchette, second by Councillor Mullock. Discussion on the first resolution. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Number 2, if the property owner refuses a water meter inside the home or business and wishes to have an outdoor or pit meter, they will be responsible for the difference in installation costs. Seems reasonable. Moved by Councillor Pearson, second by Councillor Mullock from the regional district. Kidding. Discussion on the difference. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. If the number 3, if the inability to install a meter indoors is determined to be beyond the control of the property owner, the cost for an external installation will be borne by the village. Moved by Councillor Blanchette, second by Councillor Pearson. Discussion. I have a question. An additional cost borne by the village, will that still be within, do we know, just high level? In other municipalities where they've implemented something like this, is there a percentage that we should be looking at that it's 2%, 3% of the property owner doesn't have any control over, and we have to borne that cost, so there'll be an overrun? What are we looking at?
Budgeting.
Sorry, I could not quite.
We in 5.2, we just awarded a contract for 1.5 million. With some buffer coming from the water reserves, should there be any cost overruns. Are we aware of what those cost overruns could be if we're doing external installations that are outside of the control of a property owner?
We do not. We realize that external installations can be very expensive due to a lot of unknown factors and what needs to be dug up and accessed and how deep they need to be installed and et cetera. The water meter process will have a lot of other costs as well. Accessing all the curb stops, there may need to be a number of curb stops that will need to be replaced. Just the time needed to find and access those. Gosh, I'm looking to the finance director for some of the other anticipated extra costs. There were a number.
Well, I'm aware of the other extras.
Okay.
I'm just not aware of if a property owner has no control over installing an internal meter and still wants a meter, wants to be on volumetric, that cost is on the village of putting an external meter in. I'm just curious, that's all.
At this point, that's what we are recommending. We don't anticipate very many cases
I
like that.
wouldn't think so.
Cases like that might be, say, a mobile home park. If one meter is going in and they don't have a little shed where the water comes into the park, if they did have a shed, the meter could be installed inside there. But if they did not, then that might be a case where this would apply, but we do hope that that would be a rare case.
Yeah, okay. That was all for me for number 3. Further discussion? Councillor Pearson? You look
I have a question, but I don't understand why they're being dealt with as 4 separate items. It's all one process. Because yeah, I'm really looking for more information on what this installation is going to look at. look like for an internal? I mean, obviously, they're not coming into the house to read meters. That's problematic. So I'll use mine for an example. I know where my water comes into the house. That's fine. But if in the future I have plans to put an outdoor irrigation system in, it will not be coming from the water above the meter. It will be coming from the line coming into the property. Because the valve for my water shutoff is underneath the modular that I can access. So I'm not sure how that's going to work because.
When you want to shut the water off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's lots of questions. I mean, because, I mean, the space where my water comes in is not very big. It's in the same cabin as a hot water heater, and you've got one little corner to play with. So, yeah, just questions. And I would think that putting that cost of an outdoor meter should maybe not be borne on that decision. So that's it for me.
I think it'll be I think the comment from administration succinctly on a case-by-case basis.
Yeah.
Further discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Number 4, once volumetric billing is implemented, property owners without a water meter will continue to be billed flat rates. Flat rates, however, may increase substantially more than volumetric rates. Moved by Councillor Mullock, second by Councillor Pearson. Discussion? Yeah, I mean, I don't want to pay your hydro bill. You shouldn't pay mine. All in favor? Opposed? Carried.
Question before we move on.
Yes.
That last phrase, will that require a motion about the village at its discretion require all? Is that a separate?
I'll be looking
That's why I was
to,
looking at it as a block, so.
That's more of a, just a heads up to council that perhaps in future the village may look for a resolution to require, to make it a mandatory requirement. Probably would be looking to make it mandatory in all new builds.
oh, I see, yeah, yeah, as stated in the
So-
report.
But this is not yet, it has a may in it, so even as a resolution, it would have very few teeth.
I suspect it'll be coming back. Councillor Pearson. Under bylaws and policies, 6.1, Village of Valemount zoning bylaw number 847, 2021, bylaw, amendment bylaw number 913, 2025, looking for final adoption. Councillor Pearson, thank you. Councillor Mullock. Discussion on final? All in favor? Carried. 6.2, Village of Valemount zoning bylaw number 847, 2021, amendment bylaw number 914, 2025. Looking for final. Councillor Blanchette, thank you. Councillor McLean. Discussion on final. All in favor? Carried. 6.3, Village of Valemount official community plan bylaw number 843, 2021, amendment bylaw number 915, 2025. Looking for final. Councillor Mullock, thank you. Councillor Pearson, thank you. Discussion on final. All in favor? It's carried. 6.4, Village of Valemount fees and charges bylaw number 869, 2023, amendment bylaw number 916, 2025. Looking for final adoption. Councillor Blanchette, thank you. Councillor McLean, thank you. Discussion on final. All in favor? It's carried. 6.5, Village of Valemount Council Remuneration Bylaw number 917, 2025. Be looking for third reading this evening. Discussion, let's get it on the floor first. Councillor Pearson, thank you. Councillor Blanchette, thank you. Discussion. We have a scheduled special council meeting on the 17th, question mark?
16.
16th? Thank you. At 1:30. Okay. Where did Councillor McLean go?
There.
He's there.
Turn the camera off.
All right. Any further discussion on 3rd? All in favor? Carried. Quite a reading file before you. Is there anything council would like to bring to surface? Anything outside of Bill M216?
Got a little bit of attention.
I'd like to just bring to surface the Northwest Invasive Plant Council 2025 report, thanking them for their study and treatments. It's good to see a lot of numbers in the negative side versus the positive side, which is excellent. Anything else in the reading file, folks? Right. No correspondence for action. Is there a notice of motion to be brought forward? Then onward to council reports. Councillor McLean joining us from Prince George.
Okay. I only had one event, one meeting this time, and that was the Columbia Basin Trust Local Governments Committee meeting yesterday morning.
Thank you. Councillor Pearson.
Yeah, a couple things. November 27th, the Valemount Industrial Park regular meeting. December 1st, Simp First Nation and Village of Valemount Working Group meeting. It's a great collaboration and a great opportunity to share information between the two communities. They've had some really good successes on their end that they shared with us. So if anybody wants to take a look, the minutes are included in the reading file, and there's some good stuff there. And then today I actually got back in time from Prince George for the Primary Care Network Steering Committee meeting, discussing on staffing and everything as far as health regarding.
Excellent, thank you. Eeny, meeny, miny, Councillor Blanchette. Oh, I think it's the same down the line. Councillor Mullock?
Nothing to report.
All right, thank you. November the 28th, 29th, there was in Nelson for the Columbia Basin Trust Executive and Board. Also, on the Friday, it was an appreciation event for outgoing provincially appointed directors, Jocelyn Carver, Krista Turcasso, and Bill Van Weiserloo. I think combined, those three, 6, 7, and 8, so 21 years of service. So thank you to those three. December 1st, stepped in for Councillor Mullock for the Simp First Nation Village of Valemount Working Group. I can see why the two of you haven't asked to step away from that group. It was my first working group committee, and it was fantastic. Mm-hmm. December 2nd, we had, I think Councillor Pearson was there, Southeast BC Regional Connectivity Committee. And on the 4th, the mayors of the Resort Communities Collaborative met, looking to, right now, I think we're 6 meetings a year. I think we're going to be going to quarterly. So stretching it out a little bit with as discussions go on with the province. December the 8th, had an early morning interview with CBC Calgary, the Eye Opener edition, around the MOU signing between the feds and the Alberta government and what pipelines might look like. And funny, right after that, they had Mayor Blackwell from Clearwater on as well. So really good discussion. And then later that morning, had a staffing briefing with our NHA, help me with this one, Vicki Rensby, but what is her title? Health Services Administrator. really good discussion there, and the opportunity put out from Vicky to have quarterly check-ins. So really appreciative of that. That's all for me. Any questions, comments? 13.1, the calendar of events for December and January are there for your viewing. Oh, and I would also like to say that before we move to public comment, this is our last regular council meeting of 2025, and I just want to, while we will have a special meeting on the 16th, I do want to wish all of you and all of our viewers at home, all of you in the gallery and the staff team, a safe and wonderful holiday season, and we will see you all in 2026. Thank you very much for a great year. So now we have time for public comment on items considered by council as part of the approved agenda. Are there any public comments this evening? It's the last one of 2025, man, like, unless you come on the 16th. Okay, thanks. Then now, under 15.1, council would like to give notice to proceed to a closed meeting for consideration of 4 items per section 91A, C, D, and E of the community charter to discuss matters related to A, personal information about an identifiable individual who holds or is being considered for a position as an officer, employee, or agent of the municipality or another position appointed by the municipality. C, labor relations and other employee relations. D, the security of the property of the municipality. And E, the acquisition, disposition, or expropriation of land or improvements if council considers that disclosure could reasonably be expected to harm the interest of the municipality. Moved by Councillor McLean. Is she still on? Yeah, there she is. Moved by Councillor McLean, seconded by Councillor Mullock. All in favor? Carried. Thanks all.
Good night, all. I'll take my leave as you move into the in-camera.
No, you don't have to.
You stay in the in-camera.